Can Wikipedia be trusted? From 2019, I've taught myself to cook, making thousands of different recipes from YouTubers, chefs, home cooks, and even restaurants. Today, I'm taking my learned World Wide Web skills and putting the internet to the test. Does Wikipedia know how to cook butter chicken? But before we start cooking all willy-nilly, let's get some ground rules. Number 1, if Wikipedia states the ingredient or method as definitive, then it must be included. Number 2, if an ingredient or technique is listed as optional or alternative, then it's my choice. Number 3, if an ingredient or technique is not mentioned at all, then it's out. Number 4, it probably goes without saying, but I must make this dish to the best of my abilities. Well, already this could be a problem. There are a few key ingredients that are missing that are found in most common butter chicken recipes. First, there's no mention of onions, which, okay. Second, no cream. Most recipes rely on cream as the backbone for these recipes. It makes it creamy, velvety, and it packs the curry with flavor. But for a dish called butter chicken, it makes sense to have butter be the fat instead of cream. So I guess I won't jump to any conclusion. Concern number 3 is the wiki says the curry should be sieved to make it velvety. Most recipes would use a blender for this, but we'll just have to see if wiki knows best. Let's jump right in, starting with the marinade. Mr. Wiki only says chicken for protein choice. Obviously, it's not a butter penguin curry, but it doesn't say which parts of the chicken, so my discretion. I'm gonna go with boneless, skinless thigh because it's more flavorful and more forgiving to cook than a breast, and a less messy eating experience than bone-in. This will likely be a rich dish though, so breast could work here too and make the overall experience a bit lighter. And the marinade is all decided for me, as the ingredients are listed on the wiki with no alternative, and it's all pretty common stuff. The only decision I have to make here are the measurements. I've got 4 thighs, so we're going about 1/4 cup yogurt, 1 tablespoon kashmiri chili, 1 tablespoon garam masala, 3 cloves of garlic, and 1 inch ginger. Wiki says that garlic and ginger is a paste, so I'm gonna grind it up in a mortar and pestle with a teaspoon of salt. The salt will act as an abrasive, making it easy to grind. Most people do this when it comes to the mortar and pestle, but it really is a whack. Then adding another teaspoon of salt to the marinade for a total of 2. Lastly, a bit of lemon. I've only got this lemon scrap and I see he's making a trip up the street for another, so let's call it 1/2 tablespoon. Wiki says marinade for several hours. This isn't very clear, and most marinades can go up to 48 hours, so anything between 4 and 48 I'll say will be fine. I'm gonna go 24, straight down the middle. It's the next day and Chicky is looking nice and seasoned. So far, so good. Outside of a tandoor, which I obviously don't have, Wiki's options for cooking the chicken are grilled, oven roasted, or pan fried. What to choose? I don't have a good enough grill that will do it justice, and oven roasted just seems like extra work with no real benefit, so pan fried it is. Wiki's not telling me anything about how to pan fry, so I'll just do my most common techniques. We're gonna give the chicken some color to start with. So in a heavy bottom pot over medium-high heat, chuck in some clarified butter. Using butter instead of oil because of the dish's name, and brown my chicken on 2 sides about 90 seconds per side. I'll do this in batches to prevent overcrowding. Note that when done in multiple batches, the yogurt fond will likely start to burn. To prevent this without losing that precious flavor, we're going to add a bit of water to the pan. Scrape the fond off and set it aside. Wiki didn't say to do this, but it also didn't say to burn it, so... Alright, chicken has some pretty color, so remove. Adding 3 garlic cloves and another inch ginger that has again been turned into a paste in a mortar and pestle with some salt. And after frying the garlic ginger paste in butter for about 30 seconds, we're adding 1 tablespoon garam masala, 1 tablespoon kashmiri chili powder, 1 teaspoon of fenugreek powder, sliver of cinnamon, and 6 crushed cardamon. Talk about a tongue twister. Frying until aromatic, then we're adding in 3 medium-sized tomatoes that have been cut in half, our flavored fond magic, which is also about a 1/4 cup of water. Our chicken back with all its juices, along with 1/2 cup of water, so 3/4 cup water in total. That might seem like a lot of water, but this is a wide pan and it will evaporate quickly. Lastly, on standby, we have 2 tablespoons of roasted cashews that have been soaked for an hour in 2 tablespoons of water and blended. Milk would have been preferred here for flavor, but gotta stick to rule number 3. Now we're gonna reduce the sauce for about 5 minutes and see how it is for thickening. If it's looking a little loose, we'll add our cashew paste. 5 minutes later, chicken's cooked through, gravy's looking nice and a little bit thickened, but if we don't sieve it now, it may be be too thick to pass through the mesh. So I'll remove my chicken pieces and get to sieving. Blending is the most common way to make the gravy velvety, and it also doesn't leave all this flavor behind. But Wiki says what Wiki says, and we have to know. It was difficult to get all the flavors to press through, but removing the tomato skins did help it along. And I won't forget to scrape the bottom of the sieve too, because that's money. Gravy back to the pan with the chicken. The sauce is thick, but not as thick as I would like, and I don't want to waste these cashews, so in they go. Reduce for a minute or two and taste for salt levels. Needs more. Better. Time for the moment of truth. Can this be good with only butter and no cream? Turn off the heat and add in 2 tablespoons of butter. It's all right, but let's do a bit more and see if we can level it up. Nice, that's actually pretty good. It's not as velvety, but I'll wear the blame for that, as my cashew paste would have been less chunky if I soaked this for longer and had a better quality stick blend. As a nice bonus, this is also much less calories, as a couple of tablespoons of butter is much less than a cup of cream. Win. This curry is rich in flavor, just like you would want butter chicken to be, right? This is a special dish. Is this a dish you'd be happy with to eat for butter chicken? Yeah, you would. I'd say on this occasion, Wiki wins. Let me know if you've got any suspicions about Wiki entries on recipes, and I'm happy to try them. See you next time.